Firstly, we need to come into this space very somber.
We need to be clear. We need to clean up. We need to sort our act out. We need to say a big fat apology.
We need to come in very low key.
Mm.
We need to not disturb the room.
Let's just whisper.
We need to whisper.
Yeah.
when I went out with my friend,
that was not a whisper.
Well, yeah, because I just thought of something funny. When I went out with my friend Lindsay, who's a long-term listener of the pod,
yes,
on Saturday, she said that Snedders had messaged her saying, "No pod this week. I reckon they've just finished."
We just finished.
So just be like, "We'll see you next week. Tell we finding the funny," and then that's it.
And then never come back.
I said to Lindsay, "Yeah, we have. We've just. I
mean, to be honest, Snedders, I think you have quite a low opinion of us if you think we do that.
Well,
actually,
look, we can't be being iffy with any of our listeners.
Well,
this
I
week.
am going to be iffy with Snedders. So
well, you can't be because we are in the wrong.
No, but Snedders, the fact that Snedders thinks that low that we would just go,
that is true. See
you later and never come back.
That is true.
Sneds.
That's low.
Yeah,
that's
come
low.
on, mate. That is low. That is a low blow. Yeah, you've hit me right in the fuff with that one.
We are shit.
Well, we're actually not shit. Because not very often that we don't put a week's ep out, and then if we don't put the weeks out, we don't explain why we haven't. I think this is probably the first time ever in 5 years that's happened.
You know why that is, don't you?
Why?
Because we've not got Warner Brothers now on our case saying if you're not going to put an episode out, you need to put out an apology.
Wow, I don't think so. I just think, look, guys, this is a side hustle. In amongst all of the other parts of our lives, we put this in here.
Yeah.
And last week, obviously, bank holidays just screw you over.
Oh, because we recorded a Monday evening.
So bank holidays screw us over.
Screw you over.
And then I think we tried to put something in to do it the week before.
And then you had a work
emergency. And then I had a work thing come up. So that meant I couldn't do that. And it was just unfortunately one of those weeks. But also producer Joel had some work that he was on last week. And so,
what I would say to you is we love that you listen. We love the numbers that we get. We get great figures. We're really happy. But if this is the pod where you think things aren't going to go wrong, we don't have like a massive magic team around us doing this, fucking doing this.
Yeah.
So you just got to be prepared that some weeks you might log on and go, "Oh, it's not there.
Shit, it's not there." Yeah. And you might then go, "Actually, I've had enough of it."
Yeah, you might then go, "Oh, thank God for that."
Actually, I'm quite happy that they're not here this week.
There's 2 police cars outside my house.
They're coming to get you, Pats.
Shit, batten down the hatches.
Batten down the hatches, yeah.
Coming to get me.
Yeah. They're going to strap you up and take you away.
Strap me up?
Yeah.
I mean, if they're fit, they can do what they want.
Well,
strap me up.
They're going to strap you up and take you away.
Right. Okay. What if they knock on the door and I disappear? You know where I've got to be.
Okay, fine. And that will be the end of the podcast.
Anyway, right. I've actually got a question for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk pilgrimage.
Yeah. I'm actually shitting my pants a little bit now.
Yeah. Had me come with you.
Oh no. No, I'm not. I'm not shitting my pants.
No, it's not that bad, Patty.
No.
When do you go?
Sunday.
What?
Yeah,
I thought it was next weekend.
No, I'll go on Sunday. So there probably won't be an episode next week. Or we'll have to try and figure out to put one in at the end of this week, ready for next week. We might be able to do that, actually.
Shit, you go on Sunday. Right, will you do us little spoken vlogs?
I don't know, do you think people want that?
Mate, there are loads of people invested in this pilgrimage.
Oh, is there though? I don't think there is. I think people say that, but they don't really mean it.
Oh, I disagree. I think the week after you're back should be a pilgrim podcast special.
A pilgrim podcast special. Yeah. A PPS.
Ange's pilgrim podcast.
Yeah.
How are you shitting your pants?
I'm not shitting my pants. I think I don't know. It's kind of a weird feeling.
Right.
Mal's trying to call me.
Answer it. Always answer it on the pod.
Hi there, Mal.
Pat Ange, you all right?
Did you just call me Pat Ange?
Pat Ange.
No.
Hi there, Pat Ange.
Hi there, Pat, yeah. So, Grandma's funeral is Wednesday the 4th of June.
Okay, Mal, I'm just in the middle of recording our podcast.
Oh, okay.
I will call you back after.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you tell Ruth that's when it is?
I will tell Ruth.
Okay.
Yes.
Give us a call after.
Okay, bye.
We've got to keep that in.
Right, now, Grandma's funeral.
Include it in the... You've got to include that in the pod. You've got to, Joel. Right, now, Grandma's funeral is the 4th of June. Okay. Mal, actually, I'm just recording a pod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, okay. Let Ruth know. Will you let Ruth know?
You've got to keep that in. That is...
It's classic Mal content.
Shall I phone him back and say, fuck you for ringing Ange first? I'm getting this information about my grandmother's funeral second hand.
Rude.
Wow.
That is just rude, Mal.
That is rude.
Rude, Mal.
So, how you feeling about the pilgrim, Mitch?
Okay, so what I think it is it's just like a bit of the unknown.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's just this.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had lots of communication with the people that are doing it.
Yeah.
I know the other people that are going on there. I don't know them, but I know their names.
Oh, right. You know their ages?
No, don't know. Literally just know their names, and that I think there's 8 of us in total.
Right.
But it's I don't know. It's strange because I'm just not used to doing things on my own. Do you know what I mean? It's just that sort of element of, I mean, I have done stuff on my own, but I think this is something I've instigated it. I've booked it. This is the thing I want to do. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel a little bit like, oh gosh, what if it's not what I want it to be? What if it's... But then I just keep thinking, I can't think like that. I've just got to go and do it. And whatever it will be, will be.
It will be what you want it to be. It will. Because this is about you wanting to carve out some time for yourself to reflect and think and have time to, I know all this stuff can feel a bit wanky and it's I'm digging it. But I genuinely think, when we talked about this a few months ago and you got emotional and you were sort of saying, it feels like this point in my life, turning 40 felt chaotic and was a bit like, oh, what's happening? Where's my life gone? The 40 is a bit dreaded and it's a bit like, oh, I'm having a bit of a breakdown.
Yeah.
I'm going out and buying a sports car. It's got that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think this last decade has been so good for you in so many ways. I think it's you've really bloomed. You've become much more comfortable with yourself. You've had time to, your kids have been a bit older, so you've had more space. And now I think you're going, right, who is Angie?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Who is she?
Yeah.
And I think this will be amazing because that's what you want to find out.
Yeah.
And sure, there'll probably be people on it that you're like, you're not for me. But there will also be people on it that you think, God, you're my people. I really feel like, but I think the fact that you wanted to do it on your own, I just know it's going to be the best time for you. I just know that it's going to give you what you want, and you will have space to think and reflect, and just I genuinely, I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, I am. It's a mix of excitement and nerves. I think it's that sort of But we've sent information through. They've said take a journal because it might be stuff that you want to write down. There'll be time for you to have on your own.
Lovely.
Yeah, there's a couple of things they've sort of planned to do on a couple of the evenings where we sort of go out and do something or other. And
amazing.
And it's the place that we stay in is actually run by nuns, and the nuns make us a little packed lunch that we eat with us every day.
This is the cutest thing I've ever heard.
And then we come back, and then the nuns have prepared our dinner for the evenings. We'll sit and have dinner. It's literally right on the coast, this house. And it says like, there's like, you know, towels and everything provided, but if you wanted to go for a swim in the sea, bring your own towel and stuff. So like I could just go and have a swim one day.
Nice.
So I think there's lots of elements of it that I think I'll just love. Well, hopefully I'll, you know, love it all. But I think there's so much in that already that I sort of think, you know, hopefully I'll just get, you know, a lot out of it. That's my hope. And yeah.
Well, look, Angie, everyone at Finding the Funny is so behind you. We hope you have the best time. And I cannot wait for the first step back.
Well, hopefully I'll come back with loads to share.
Love
and,
that.
you know, be able to tell you how wonderful and amazing it was and say everyone should do it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm just trying to go with a really open mind and an open heart to whatever the week will bring me.
Amazing. You'll have the best time.
Yeah.
So we had a dickish behaviour in from Melissa Gould, 89. We didn't do this one last week, did we?
Melissa Gould, 89. I don't think so.
No. So she sent us in a dickish behaviour, and it says, colleagues who think they know it all and have their fingers in every fucking pie. And as soon as I read it, everyone can think of someone instantly that they work with, can't they? Everyone goes, oh yeah, in my office, that's Carol. It's not. Carol's a made-up name. But in my office, it's Carol. You're in a meeting. She has to repeat everything that everybody said. She has to give the most direction. She has to tell you, well, do you know, last week I met up with David.
Yeah.
You know David. Yeah, we know who David is. He's the CEO. Yeah, well, it's like, we know who David is, Carol. Well, anyway, last week I met with David. You know David? Fucking hell, yeah, I know David. Well, we went out and he's got this new project that they're starting. This is really hush-hush, by the way, just between me and you.
You can't say anything.
Very hush-hush. He's got this new project that he's starting, and he sort of wants to bring me on board, but I've said, well, it's going to be difficult because we've got that strategic planning meeting next week with the other board of directors, you know, Sue and Jeff on the board.
Sue and Jeff, yeah.
Like, fucking hell, Carol, no one gives a shit, mate.
And you know full well, Carol's telling you've got to keep this hush, but Carol's already told 25 people.
Or Carol thinks you've got to keep it hush, and she's telling you the story, you're like, I already knew this, Carol. Yeah. There was an email about it last week, mate.
Or actually, Carol, I don't give a shit, mate.
I've got too much
I really do
stuff
not
in
care.
my life.
Yes.
Why is there always one person that wants to have all of the like equity of everything that is going on, wants to know everything? What meeting? What meeting were you at? Meeting that didn't include you.
In that?
Well, what was it? Because actually, I think, you know, as David's right hand woman, no, you weren't needed for it. Well, was David there? Yeah, David was there.
Do you think as well these sort of people are like it in their home private life as well?
Oh, Carol is all over everything.
She is in everything. Oh. She's in it all. She's about it all. She's telling everyone about it all. If she doesn't know something, she'll have a massive problem with that.
She's a great hiker. She's a brilliant baker. She's an exceptional cook. Yeah. She goes on the best holidays.
She's great in bed. Carol. You know, Carol gets her kecks off and she's all over you. And she'll tell you all about it as well.
And while she's having sex, she's saying things like, last week I met with David. You know David, the CEO of and her husband or partner is like, this isn't doing it. It must be doing it. No. I've got my finger in a lot of pies at work.
I've got my finger up your bum, Darren. That'll sort you out, mate. I've got fingers in all pies and one up your arsehole. And you bloody love it.
Have you, obviously you can't name them, but have you got one in your company?
I'm trying to think.
Is there someone that you have a meeting with them and you think, oh, they're going to tell me that they know all about this and there's projects?
I don't know if we actually do.
Oh, that's boring.
Yeah,
I really feel for you because they're a lot of fun.
I think because both of the organisations I work for are very small.
Oh, so we've got corporate in ours.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's where it's like, that's where it's heavy. I mean, in my last place, I could have told you easily
Really?
2 or 3 people,
Really? That were like fingers in pies.
Yeah. And you just know they're going to come up to you and go, Ange, I've got to tell you this thing, but you can't tell anyone about it. God. And you just think, Lauren, that wasn't who it was. Lauren, I actually do not give a shit. This is my job. I come here, I do what I've got to do to get my money to go home. I don't care about what's going on behind closed doors, behind the scenes that I don't need to know about.
No.
But if you feel you need to tell me, Lauren, be my guest.
I also just think there's a real sense of like, I don't know, it's like they're not really that confident, are they? They actually have probably really got very low self-esteem, which is really sad. Don't get me wrong. That, you know, I'm not taking the mick out of people that, you know, but it's like this try-hard mentality of like, you know, you've got to tell me every meeting you've been in this week, how many times you've met with David, the CEO, what's going on over there. Well, you know, that project, that's being cut. Yeah, no, money's gone, mate. Money's. I know it's gone because we were told about it in a big board meeting. Yeah, well, I knew first.
And I think you can always guarantee that these people will bring in a packed lunch. They'll tell you about the packed lunch. They'll bring in leftovers. That's what it'll be leftovers.
Yeah.
That what did you call your lady?
Carol.
Carol will have to tell you about what she cooked last night, and then she'll proceed to tell you the recipe, where she got it from, and that she made some slight changes to that recipe because she didn't have a can of tinned tomatoes, so she used a can of chickpeas.
Well, no, it won't be that she didn't have it. It'll be she did her own take on it. It'll be like
Carol did her own.
Called for saffron, and I was like, I would not pair saffron with this. I'm going turmeric. You know, it'll be like that. She thinks she's fucking Jamie Oliver or something. She's like dicking around going, oh God, no, BBC good food. I'm not using saffron. I mean, I don't know anything. It'll be that vibe because she's got to make it her own thing, and then she's got to tell you, and then it'll be like, and as I was eating it, I thought, God, who would put saffron in this? Fuck off, Carol. With all due respect, in the politest way, fuck off, Carol. Now, Angie, have you got a tits for us?
Okay, right. So the thing that has been getting on my shitting tits is protein.
We've done it.
Oh, bloody, I thought
we've done it,
protein.
Mate. What led you to protein, though?
Right. So one of my absolute favourite things to do of a Saturday morning, I get up, you have a slight lay-in, love that. So get up, come down, make my coffee, 10 a.m, Saturday Kitchen comes on BBC One.
Would you like to have some intimate time with James Martin?
No, he's not James Martin. He doesn't do it anymore. He's shit. He does a shit one on ITV now, which is actually shit.
But would you like to have had some intimate time with James Martin? Because my friend Anna Brown is obsessed with James Martin. No. I do.
The guy that does Saturday Kitchen now is Matt Tebbutt.
Looking him up immediately.
And I actually could get on board with Matt Tebbutt.
Looking him up immediately. Carry on.
You look him up immediately.
I am.
So I get up, and so that's basically my Saturday morning, and I just love watching.
Oh,
Matt Tebbutt. Yeah.
Oh, he's attractive in like a not an Adonis kind of way.
Oh no, he's quite like sort of, you know, dad vibes.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Hello, Matt Tebbutt.
I can't believe have you never watched Saturday Kitchen with Matt Tebbutt? No, this is bad. You need to sort out your Saturday mornings. You're always getting up and dicking around and doing shit now. You never just get up and go, I'm just going to sit and watch Matt Tebbutt. No, well then let's sort that out. Can you please arrange to do that on a Saturday morning up and coming soon?
Well, why don't I come and stay at yours one Friday night and we can watch
Brilliant, and we can do a Matt Tebbutt Saturday Kitchen live.
Right. I'm in.
Okay, fine. So, that's what I love to do of a Saturday morning, and they had this one on, and they have different chefs come on. Obviously, they have a celeb on, and they do kind of their food heaven, food hell, all that shit.
Yeah.
Well, they had this nutritionist on, right? And she was just getting right on my tits.
Was it
everything.
somebody who's big on Instagram?
Yes.
Was it Em the nutritionist?
Yes, it was her. Oh,
I knew she would get on your tits.
Oh,
I knew you would absolutely. I mean, that should have been your tits.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be that rude.
Hang on, what's happened to you? Where's Ange gone?
I haven't been on my pilgrimage yet.
You need to keep. If you're going to come back, if you're already thinking, I can't say that because I don't want to be that rude, we've lost it.
Well, yeah, she did this burger that wasn't really a burger.
Oh, I hate that.
You know, she put in, I can't remember, aubergine. And,
actually, I talked about this with some friends on Friday night. Carry on.
About aubergines?
Well, about how, like Deliciously Ella started this ages ago, didn't she? It's like, let's make a chocolate cake, but it's not really chocolate, but it's got beetroot in it, so it'll look brown.
Yes.
Okay, Deliciously Ella, that doesn't make it taste nice. We're going to use beetroot and aubergine and courgettes.
Yeah, courgettes.
And what we're going to do is we're going to use, we're not going to use sugar, we're going to use cacao. And then we're also going to use this amazing refined stuff that you can only buy on the Deliciously Ella website, and it costs you £35 for 3 sprinkles. And that is going to taste like sugar. I'm going to tell you this now. It fucking doesn't.
It won't. No, exactly. And also, people are really getting into kimchi and shit, aren't they? Pickled shit.
Oh, that is massive.
She did this burger and then she put the kimchi on because it's good for your gut health. And you just think, oh.
What about kombucha?
That was not kombucha. I said that. I literally said to Joel, yeah, she won't have a glass of wine, will she? She'll have a glass of kombucha. You know, because God forbid you should actually drink something that, you know, isn't actually that good for you, but it tastes good and you'll feel good about it, mate.
So I do really like her, and I think she's got some really good recipes that I would actually like to try if I had the time.
Yeah.
But then I just think, mate, your life
is about that.
Your life, you obviously have a really lovely life with lots of time where you can make what's it called, chimichichi?
Kimchi. Chimichichi. Jimmy Choo. When you just call him Jimmy Choo. Yeah, kimchi and sauerkraut and all that.
Yeah, and
shit.
you can make all of that stuff, and you've obviously got a beautiful kitchen with everything right at your
gadgets, all your gizmos
that you're going to need. You never have to really think about it. You're also getting paid to work with M&S, you know, Eat Well range. So of course you're going to ram it down my throat.
Yeah,
and then I just think this is great. Actually, not doable for me.
No. And actually not doable for most people.
Who's living in a 3-bed semi.
Yeah. Without all your gizmos and your gadgets in your kitchen and all your... Yeah, I know.
Like, but she has got the most glowing skin. I mean, her diet must be amazing because her skin...
Yeah, of course it is. She doesn't eat shit. It's just all fucking
She doesn't eat
stuff,
anything bad, does she?
No, that's what I mean.
No.
You know, she's not just going, Joe, fuck it, I'm just going to have a great big fat greasy burger and I'm just going to shove a load of ketchup and mayo on it and I'm going to have a load of fat chips.
I'm going to have a burger that's got kombucha in it. I'm going to make a kombucha burger for my gut health.
The other one that people are really into as well is that kefir, isn't it? As well.
Oh, I've got a few kefir yogurts. They are really good, actually.
Yeah, I know, but again, it's just bloody, you know, everyone just gets on it. It's a bandwagon shit, isn't it? Everyone's on the kefir bandwagon.
It's
everyone's
a wandwagon.
on the kombucha bandwagon.
It's a wandwagon.
Oh, yeah.
It's a wandwagon.
Do you know what? Just go and have a fucking wagon wheel.
So we had a Justin in Things That Shouldn't Be Embarrassing But Are by Sammy Pantsman. Oh, that's a good name. Sammy Pantsman.
That's a cracking name, Sammy.
Okay. Yeah. And Sammy says, Justin, when your iPhone doesn't unlock with your face when using Apple Pay, that is seriously embarrassing, isn't it? You double click the side of it. Yeah, so you double click, you think, oh yeah, it's unlocked. You put it to the thing, there's no beep, and then you look down and it's like your phone's shaking at you because it's and then it says pay. You're like, oh god, I've got to open the passcode in.
Yeah,
and then it's like wrong passcode because you're doing it so quick.
You're in a panic.
And then it just unlocks, and you're like, oh, it's done it now.
Yeah,
that is a complete rigmarole.
Nightmare. It's a nightmare.
It is a nightmare of
Nightmare.
epic proportions.
You see, that's where I do think your tech gets a bit annoying.
Yeah, but it's the handy harriness of it, isn't it?
Yeah, I get it, but I do like a card.
I never carry a card.
Yeah, see, you've got massive problems because if you were in M&S when they had their big cyber attack, you'd have been screwed.
Have you heard that it might take 6 months for M&S online to get back up and running?
No.
Yeah.
Shit.
This could be the end of M&S.
No, it won't be.
Apparently, they're losing up to £6 million a day. If they're down 6 months, other people are going to go elsewhere, aren't they? I mean, they might get more footfall into their shops, but it's all online. If they are down for 6 months, I don't think it'll be the end.
No, I think M&S are too. You know, if people can't do it online, people will go into their store.
I don't know. 100%. I think they'd find.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. I keep calling Joel Matthew. Joel's just put better not be. I love their cocktail sausages.
He does. He absolutely loves their cocktail sausages. No,
Joel has just put his camera on, and he's currently eating a box of M&S cocktail sausages.
Honestly, he is obsessed with them.
Is he?
That's his like. Whereas Saturday kitchen of a Saturday morning is my thing. Saturday lunchtime, Joel will always have a box of cocktail sausages from M&S.
Really?
Yeah. Especially in the football season. It's a pre-football snack now that's become part of his
I love that
regime.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, they're losing a lot of money every day, and it's all online. I really hope watching the 12:30 kickoff. Nice,
yeah,
Joel. Nice.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah.
There's. I really hope it's not the end of them. But if it goes on for 6 months and they're losing that much money every day, because other people will go to other places.
No, but I think.
Do you think they'll be okay?
M&S is a stalwart. It is a stalwart.
Great. Angie, that is fucking bravo for that.
It's the stalwart of the
the British institution.
Yeah, it is. It's like just one of those things that you just, there are certain things you cannot get anywhere else but M&S.
Yeah, that is true.
And I think people, even if they deviate for a little while, I think they'll come back.
Well, I think if anything, it will be their food store that keeps them going.
Keep going.
That is because
100%.
People will go into M&S shops for food without question. That will be
Joel,
the thing.
Especially with the cocktail sausages.
He'll keep them
single-handedly. He will keep them afloat. Yeah,
but it's I did think that is embarrassing when you're stood at the till and the guy, the cashier's just waiting. Oh, sorry, I got my passcode in. Sorry, I've done the wrong. But you sort of have to give them a running oh god, my face ID hasn't worked. Sorry, and they're just like, I don't give a shit. Actually, just pay.
Also, do you ever feel like you think they might think you just nicked someone's phone?
No.
Oh, I do
never
think that.
I
think they're thinking she's naughty. It's not her phone. She's
naughty.
She's naughty. Let's keep an eye on her around the store.
Yeah, naughty on here.
She's come in here. She's got someone's phone. She's trying to buy a shit ton of food in M&S. And
I just think they know that those things can be dodgy if you don't get your face.
That's why you've got to carry card pads.
Like, because I'll always get into my phone with my passcode.
No, but like in M&S, you can't. Oh no, that's stopped now. But there was a thing where you couldn't use. You couldn't use your Apple Pay. That was another part of the big problem they had.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah, well, then you miss out on your cocktail.
I'll tell you what I have been caught out with your cocktail sausages. I'll tell you what I have been caught out with before is when I've needed petrol and everywhere's been closed, but you can only do pay at pump, and obviously you can't do pay at pump with your iPhone.
Exactly. I think
there has been and I've had to drive, and I've been like, it's quite late at night, and the kiosk has been shut. So I've been like, I've got to drive on, and then I've luckily found one that's got a night pay kiosk. But yeah, there's been a couple of times where I've been like, Patty,
yeah, that is
Patty
dangerous.
Man,
You're on Patty man. Patty man. Even if you just had a card that you just kept in the car.
Yeah.
A card you don't use that often that you think, well, actually, it's just always going to be there as it's my backup.
Yeah.
It's my backup
dancer.
It's your backup dancer. You've got to have that in place, mate.
Well, right, we will. There will be an episode next week. We can't have one week back.
No, we will figure this out, people. There will be an ep.
Cannot do that. There's loads of ways you can get in touch with us. You can find Ange and I on Instagram. I'm at Ruth_Corden. She's at Ange Corden.
We are taking a little hiatus from the world of Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, but you can still find the podcast on Instagram, Finding the Funny Podcast.
Or you can send us an email, findingthefunnypodcast@gmail.com. But we promise, gang, without question, Ange and I will be back next week helping you to find more of the funny. Finding the funny.